I've been working with songwriters for a lot of years, and when Taylor Swift hit it big, it seemed like almost overnight there was an explosion of young girls who wanted to write songs. Now, I think that's great because songwriting is a wonderful method of self-expression. And let's face it, growing up's not easy. There's a lot of strong emotions getting churned up there, and a song can be a beautiful outlet. It can help you get it out. It can help you deal with what you're going through. So any of you in your teens, tweens, early 20s that want to write songs, I say go for it. But today I'm here to talk to those of you who dream of doing it for a living. Now, I've heard a lot of songs by young girls. And what I will tell you is that in the overwhelming majority of those songs, what the writers do is talk about how they feel, and they talk about it in very general terms. I hear lines over and over again like, "I wonder if you ever think of me," or "Don't you know she'll never love you the way I do," or "He made me feel so wonderful," or "Now I know I'm better off without you." Now I'm going to let you in on one of the harsh realities of life. Nobody cares about your feelings. Okay, not nobody. The people who love you, who know you, they care about how you feel, and whatever you write about it is going to mean a lot to them because they know what you went through. They were right there going through it with you. But somebody who comes to a show where you're performing, or watches one of your videos on YouTube, or listens to a song you posted online somewhere, to them, you are a total stranger. So if you jump right in and start talking about how you feel in general terms, they're probably just gonna look for another video or start talking to their friends, or, jump to another song. So how do you pull them in? How do you communicate? This is what I want to get across to you today. And that is the best way to make people feel what you feel is to tell them what happened. Now, I'm going to look at one of Taylor's songs that I think really well illustrates that. And I know you're all not trying to be Taylor Swift. You want to be your own person. But let's face it, she's kind of a master of the craft. So let's see what we can learn from her right now. So I'm going to start out with the first verse, Tim McGraw. And here's what it says. Most of you probably know this by heart, but for those of you who don't, it says, "He said the way my blue eyes shined put those Georgia stars to shame that night. I said that's a lie. Just a boy in a Chevy truck that had a tendency of getting stuck on back roads at night. And I was right there beside him all summer long. And then we woke up to find that summer gone." Now, do you think those two characters were attracted to each other? Do you think he made her feel beautiful? Do you think they were having a lot of fun? Do you think she was sad when the summer was over? I think all that's really obvious from what she wrote there, but not because she explained it. There is not one line in this verse where she talks about how she feels. She painted the picture. She told the story and brought it to life with very specific, vivid details. And that's what pulled us in. That's what pulls us in, makes us feel like we're right there going through it with her. That's what makes us feel what she felt when she was going through that. If you can get that concept, that the way to make people feel what you feel is to tell them what happened, you are going to be light years ahead of all the other girls who are trying to make a living as songwriters and performing songwriters. So, on the subject of pursuing a professional career in music, I want to share a little bit of insight that I've gained over many years of living here in Nashville, working with young songwriters, watching people move here to try to pursue their dream. And this is it. If you are passionate about music, if you are your very happiest when you're in the process of creating music, recording music, performing music, that's the right reason to go for it. If what really motivates you is the thought of seeing your face on the cover of a magazine, making all that money, wearing all the designer clothes, dating celebrities, forget it. It's not going to work. Because first of all, your music will never be good enough because it's not genuine. And secondly, you won't last. The music business is brutal. You have to be prepared to hear no at least 1,000 times for every yes. You have to be prepared to keep getting up off the mat for another round after you get knocked down over and over and over. And fame and fortune is just not a strong enough motivation to keep you hanging in there. But if you love it, then go for it. If you're looking for the prize, forget it. If you want to live the life, then go for it. But go for it with the understanding that only a tiny fraction of the people who ever set out to make it big get anywhere close. But if you love music and you can't imagine being happy with any life that isn't all about making music, well then, whether you're ever successful or not, that's a reward in itself because you're living the life that you want.